Hello everyone. In this chapter, we are going to start with text formatting and colors. We are going to learn how to do text formatting. We don't want text to appear in default formatting. We want to add some styles, some effects. So we are going to learn how to change font face, what is the font used, how to change its size, how to create bold text, italic text, and underline text. Also, we're going to learn how to change text color. We're going to learn how to enter some special characters like trademark or copyright, something like this. How to make text superscript or subscript. And how we can use this in order to write mathematical and chemical formulas in your HTML page. Then we're going to learn about lists. We have three different types of lists: numbered lists, bulleted lists, and definition lists. We're going to learn about all these types of lists. So let us start with our first example, how to do text formatting. Now let us see what is the result of the example. Now we have some text. This is written in a font. So this is my font. This is normal font. As you see, there is a difference in how the font appears. This is another font. Yeah, it's totally different. And also this is normal text. So we have two different types of fonts. Now if we take a look at its source, let us make this bigger. Okay, this is our normal HTML page structure. HTML head, font face. Then, now in order to write font with specific font face, then you simply type font face equals, then you type the font. And you need to type it like this. Well, you should take the name of the font that is available in the operating system. Normally, because HTML runs on any operating system, so you don't have that much wide range of fonts to be used. You need to use some specific fonts so that you make sure it appears in every browser, in every operating system. So this is a font written with this style, Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. Then we create a new line. As you see, this is my font. This is written in Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. Then we just write some normal text so that we feel the difference between the two font styles. Now we have another font face named Courier New, Courier Mono, like this. This is how you write it. So this is another font. And as you can see, really it's totally different style. This is how it looks like, and this is another font for the Courier, how it looks like. And again we write just normal text with no font face defined so that we feel what is the difference between the default font and the font that you customize. So this is simply the result of our first example, and we learned here how to use font face in order to create some fonts. Now in second example, we're going to learn how to modify font size. Okay, let us see its source. We have learned before about heading styles, and we have seen that we have 6 different heading styles. But there is another way in order to modify font size. You use a font tag, so you write font size equals 1. You have sizes from 1 till 7. This is the maximum or largest font, where 1 is the least and 7 is the highest. Well, this is in contrary to heading styles, because in heading styles, H1 is the largest and H6 is the smallest. So here font size equals 1. As you see, this is the text written in size 1 and this is normal text, so that we compare what is the difference between the normal text and the sizes whenever we customize. Also, this is the largest font size 7, and as you can see, this is the font with size 7 and this is the normal text. Now you feel how large whenever you use the size with the font tag. So this is size 1, this is size 7, and this is the normal text. So in this example, we have learned how to modify your font size. In next example, we need to learn about how to use bold, italic, underline text. So this is how the example will appear like. Let us see its code. Okay, whenever we need bold text, so you simply add the tag B for bold. So this is bold text and you close your tag and create a new line. And again, we write normal text so that we can compare how the bold text appears like and how normal text appears like. So as you can see, this is the bold text. Yes, it appears with bold, and this is normal text. In order to create italic text, then we use tag I. So as you can see here, this is italic text, and we close the tag, then again create a new line. Then we write normal text so that we compare. So this is how italic text looks like, and this is how normal text looks like. Again, we can use U tag for underlining. So this is U and this is underlined text and this is normal text. Someone may ask, okay, how about if I want to create bold, italic and underlined text at the same time? Simply you use combination of tags. So I can simply write something like this: bold, and you want italic, and you want underline. Write your text. This is bold, italic, and underline text. Then close with the same order, inner to outer. So I close U first, then I close I, then I close B. Order is important in closing. But now it doesn't matter for me whether B comes first or I comes first or U comes first. What matters is that in the same order that you are opening your tag must be the same order you close the tags inner to out. So this is the inner. So I close the inner first. Then this is the next inner. So I close it here. And this is the final inner. So I close it here. So if I save this, and I need to save it as HTML. See, this is how it looks like. So this is normal text. This is bold. Yes, it appears as bold. It appears as italic also, and it is underlined. Now someone may ask, okay, how if I want to make it with bigger size? Simply just add your tag. So I need font size equals 7, for example. Okay, this is bold, whatever. Then finally I close my font tag like this. I can save, refresh. Okay, so I have made this as bold, italic, and underline text. So in this example, we learned how to create bold, italic, and underline text, and how we can combine different effects in order to create variations of the effects all together. Okay, in next example, we're going to learn about colors, how we can modify colors. So let us take its source. Okay, whenever you need to write with red color, for example, then you simply use a font tag with the color attribute. So font colors equal red, this is red text. If you want to use blue, for example, you simply type blue or green. You have, of course, the list of colors, yellow, black, white, whatever you need, you can simply apply. So here we used also some colors. And again, you can combine your effects. So you have an assignment now. We want to create a text that is bold, italic, underline with bigger size and with different color. You can use any color that you want or any combination. This is an exercise that you are going to do. But in this example, we learned how to create font with different colors. In next example, we're going to learn how to create some effects in the font. Like we can create a superscript or subscript. We can create also some special characters. And we can use these things in order to write chemical and mathematical equations like what you see here. So let us see. Okay, in this example, we are going to learn many things. Now, this is chemical equation. This is written with bold. Okay, we have learned previously how to create bold text. So this is B, and this is chemical equation, and this is the closing of the bold text. So this is normal. We have learned this before. But now, what is new? That I need to create some indent. We have learned before also block quote, but if I want to be able to determine number of spaces, then we use something called non-breaking space. Of course, if you write multiple spaces like this, it doesn't have any effect. As we have learned before that HTML is different, it's a markup language. You need to mark everything that you need with tags and HTML components. So in order to create a real space in the HTML file, you use something called non-breaking space. Simply, this is and ampersand, then NBSP, non-breaking space, then semicolon. This will create a single space. Now, if you want more spaces, then you simply repeat. Then this is second space, third space, fourth space, fifth space. So I have 5 spaces here. Okay, now I write H. H is, of course, normal text. But in chemical equations, then some text is subscript, written as subscript. So it appears like lower and with slightly smaller size. So we use sub tag. So this is for subscript. So this is how it looks like. When I close the sub tag, then of course it returns to normal text. So I can simply write H2O, which is of course a mathematical formula for water. Now, if I need to write mathematical equation, like if I want to write y equals x squared. So in this case we use sub tag with P capital. It's P, not B. So in this case, this is how it looks like. Y equals x squared. Also, we have learned before about the div tag in order to align the text in center. Now I need to write copyright tag. Of course, in copyright, there is no simple letter in keyboard to write it. So you have a special code in HTML called and copy semicolon. So this will create the copyright mark like this. Also, there is a registered mark. This are surrounded by a circle. So it's and reg semicolon. And if you need to add trademark, then you simply write its code and #8482 semicolon, and this will create this trademark effect. Okay, so we have learned in this example many things. We have learned about some codes, some special codes and non-breaking space semicolon to create a space. We have learned the sub tag in order to create subscript tags, subscript text, and we have learned the sub tag that you can use in order to create superscript text, and we have learned some special codes for copyright, registered mark, and trademark. Now, our final example in this chapter, we are going to learn how to create different types of lists. Now, let me make this look a little bit bigger. See, if I have a list named programming, see, I can use list circled bulleted lists, or squared bulleted list, or circle with solid color field like this. And also I can use it with number. Okay, now let us view this source. Okay, this is the normal definition till you reach body. Now we are going to learn about something called UL. UL is acronym for unordered list. In this case, we don't have a specific order. There is no, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. There is no order. You just type your list. So you can use UL, and you have type equals circle like this. So whenever you say type equals circle, it appears with this text in this style. Then I can use heading 3 in order to write my title like this. This is what it appears like. Then you use the tag li. Li is an acronym for list item. So you have a list item Java, for example, then you close the list item, then I create another list item for C#, for example. Same thing I can repeat with a different type, equals square. So as you see, there is a square effect like this. And again, I can write my title with heading 3 like this, and use li to write your list. Then I have my third type as disk. Of course, it appears as a circle with solid color like this. Okay, now if I need to create something like numbers, so in this case I can have books as my title, then You don't have to type 1, 2, 3, 4 because in this case, if you need to change, it will be difficult for you. But simply just write your list using the li tag in the same order that you want them to appear, and the browser is automatically going to create it for you. Okay, so this is simply how we use it using OL. OL is an acronym for ordered list. So you have an order here that appears as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is what was our final example in this chapter. We have learned many things in order to be able to format your text. So we are now able to change our font face, size, bold, italic, underline, text color, how to write some special characters, the superscript, subscript, how we can use mathematical and chemical equations, and how we can use different types of lists. So this is the end of chapter 4. Thank you guys. See you in next chapter. Thank you.